I actually had this as a topic, but it's flowing so well. Like, let's just continue to talk about the defense. Like, what is it? If the pass rush isn't there, let's go through all the levels. So we know that the pass rush, maybe the front four by themselves is not great. Do you guys, are you a good blitzing team? How are the linebackers? Tell me about the secondary. Just walk me through the defense, because that is something that I'm not aware of when it comes to Jacksonville. We look at Jacksonville and we say, okay, Etienne, one of the best running backs in the league. Trevor Lawrence coming into his own, probably a top 7-ish quarterback at this point in the league. You've got multiple good receivers, a good tight end. The offensive line is but you guys, not bad at all. There's some names there, Brandon Scherf, what have you. So the offense we know. What about this defense? So tell me, just walk me through like level by level. What are we looking at over there?
Well, I think we have one of, if not the most underrated linebacker in the NFL in Foye Oluokun. That man's a freak on the field. He's led the NFL in tackles back-to-back seasons.
Dude, it might do it again. He's second in the league now.
Hold on, because I looked this up. This had to have been right before the season started. I forget what the conversation I was having with a friend. We were talking about tackles and the importance of tackles, and I looked up the leading tackler in the NFL, which was him. I could not believe how he had like 50 more tackles than the second best guy in the league. It was insane.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, he's on pace to do it for a third straight year. So it's crazy. Like I say, he's underrated, and it's true because I didn't even know him before we got him. We got him in free agency from the Falcons. And I was like, who is this? And he led the league in tackles. I was like, okay, I'll take him. So, yeah, that man's all over the field. And our defense just preached takeaways in the offseason, and they're doing it. And Devin Lloyd has been pretty good this year as well. He's another one of our linebackers.
Did you see that apparently our defensive coordinator texts the players like at random times, even at like 5 a.m. in the morning, think takeaways. Just
Really?
randomly text the players.
Culture different here.
Yeah. Yeah, but Devin Lloyd too, that's our rookie that we took in the first round a couple drafts ago. He's made a major improvement. So they're big reasons why the zone defense in the passing game works so well, but they're also great against the run, and the front is great against the run. This is one of the best run stopping teams that I've seen us have in a long time, and that just forces the other team to pass a lot. So, and we've actually had leads this season. So I think that's helped us have opportunities for takeaways. And he mentioned most underrated linebacker. We probably have right now the most underrated corner too. Well, maybe two of them. Darius Williams, who we took from the the Rams. He was their slot corner in their Super Bowl team. So we took him. He tried to play slot here. Then last season, we had to do this because of an injury, moved him to the outside, and he just improved so much. And now he may be Pro Football Focus's number one ranked corner right now. And his ball skills are crazy. Like he's the corner play. Tyson Campbell was supposed to be our number one corner, but right now Darius Williams is playing like it. They're both great corners on the outside. And then our safeties are just our ball hawks, and they got swagger. Yeah, I don't know if you saw us waving the terrible towels on the field after we got an interception. Yeah, our defense is playing with a lot of swagger right now.
Huge highlight for me from Darius Williams is that London game where he ripped the ball out of Stephon Diggs' hand on that long, deep ball from Josh Allen.
I remember. Yes.
Yeah, him and Andre Sisco have 3 interceptions. Both have 3 interceptions on the year. So that's it's like tied for third in the league right now. So got two guys leading the league in interceptions, or up there at least.
So the pass rush may not be a major strength, but it sounds like everything else is. You got great tackling, good run defense. The line is good against the run, great run defense, good tackling, taking the ball away in the secondary. I know a lot of the names that you mentioned, I remember just a couple years coming out of the draft. So a young secondary, which I think athleticism in secondary especially is so crucial. And that's kind of what's given the 49ers offense a little bit of trouble the last few weeks. Not a lot of big names in the secondaries they've been playing outside of Cleveland, but young, up and coming athletic secondaries, which it sounds like that's exactly what Jacksonville brings to the table. So I think this matchup is going to be really, really fun and interesting.
I think so too, because you guys lean on Christian McCaffrey a lot, and we've got that run defense that is really hard to run on us. So I'm looking forward to seeing if we can stop Christian McCaffrey's streak of touchdowns. Maybe he gets a passing one, but as long as it's not a rushing one, I'll be happy if we have a lead and he scores, but whatever. But if we can force Purdy to throw the ball, I think we'll be in good shape against you guys.
Well, it's supposed to rain potentially too, which doesn't bode well for Brock Purdy. I looked at the forecast; it was like a 60% chance of rain or something like that.
Really?
We'll see.
Wow,
it's Florida.
Okay.
I mean, you know how it is this time of year. It could rain at any time. But also it could be raining just outside the stadium and not rain in the stadium. So who knows?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and funny, earlier in the week I saw 75 degrees as the high. Right now it's 69. That's beautiful. And look, cloud coverage, that's perfect tailgating. Perfect tailgating weather.
We've only had 3 home games so far here, and 2 of them were like excruciatingly hot games. I don't even know that's a word, but it was unbearable. And we watched 2 L's in the heat. So we love when these fall games come along because like we get to wake up to colder weather. We get to tailgate with hoodies on. It's a much more enjoyable football Sunday when it's cool.
It's so I know that Jacksonville seems to be the team that always goes to London. There's no risk anymore of losing the team, is there, or is that still conversation potentially?
So Shad Khan's trying his best to make it not a conversation. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too. So they don't want it to be a conversation, but they also want to go to London at least once a year, at most once a year. Hopefully, they tried to go twice a year, but then COVID stopped them. They want to go to London once a year for the money, but they also want there not to be conversation about the team moving to London. And Shad Khan's making true on his word because they have proposed a new stadium for us, which will come by 2028 or whatever. I don't know if you saw the renderings, but it's pretty much the next stadium. You know, every stadium that comes out is like crazier than the next one or the last one. But this one pretty much looks like SoFi. So I think once that stadium gets approved and built here, I think people will stop talking because obviously so much money from Shad, the city, will be poured into the Jacksonville Jaguars stadium here. I just don't see why those talks would continue. But no, I would say no, there's not a chance of the team moving to London.
No.
Well, that's good. That's good. I don't think anybody wants to see an NFL team in London.
No, I don't think anyone wants. I love the 9 a.m. games, but I don't think anyone cares that these games are being exported over to Europe.
No, it's such a pain in the ass, man. I mean, the travel is out of control. It's between that, the Thursday games, the extra game, it's too much. Yeah. It's way too much. And you're seeing it. I mean, you're seeing these teams. I talked about the 49ers was complaining about their travel. Obviously, Jacksonville had their own, but we just had a game in Germany this last week. I mean, how much travel, and we're not seeing a better product because of it. We're seeing more injuries, and it's just too much. It's way too much.
Like the Chiefs Dolphins game should have been 42-40, and it was 21-0 at halftime. Like
exactly.